Hi, good morning. My name is Belle Brooke. I'm an aspiring author, and today we're gonna try to write some scenes. I have been, I don't want to say stuck with the midpoint, because I'm not at the midpoint. I am reaching the midpoint of the second draft through the scenes that I'm outlining. And I originally have it laid out already, and things have changed a little bit more with the second draft, and I'm trying to make things fit appropriately with the story and what it used to be. So that's what I'm trying to figure out this week. Yesterday, I took a break from writing. I completely just replenished myself, read, baked, made things with my hands. And it was a lot of fun. And now that I felt like it was almost like a vacation, even though I just stayed at home. But it just felt like a vacation from trying to solve this puzzle, this problem that I have. I don't want to even say it's a problem because it's not a problem. It feels like a puzzle. Like it's like something that I need to make sure fits everything else so that the whole thing makes sense. Um, and a lot of it has to deal with the protagonist's backstory. Like it makes sense. Like I just feel like it needs tweaking to make it really perfectly fit. And then that's the back end of it, right? If this makes sense. And then at the forefront, it has to also fit the overall story. Where does it fit is my thing because it has changed quite a bit from the first draft, sort of. Um, so that's what's happening here. So today it's already like Thursday, I believe. I'm taking the next few days to solve this problem. Um, and we're gonna do this. So, without further ado, let's get to solving the issue. But first, I am gonna read Bird by Bird since I took a break from it, and hopefully that inspires me to get a move on and maybe watch some AuthorTube because AuthorTubers, always inspire me. So I'm gonna do that, and I think I have a list of people to watch anyway. So we're gonna write some scenes today, and let's get to it. I was reading Bird by Bird, and I'm at the end of the character chapter, and I read something that really resonated with me. And it says, Lamott says, a writer paradoxically seeks the truth and tells lies every step of the way. It's a lie if you make something up, but you make it up in the name of truth. You make up your characters partly from experience, partly out of thin air of the subconscious, and you need to feel committed to telling the exact truth about them, even though you are making them up. So I was reading that really resonated with me, and I think that's the reason why I'm feeling kind of like hesitant to write the midpoint, even though I have it, and even though I know if I tweak it around with how draft 2 is coming along, I can make it work. But I feel hesitant about it because I think that's exactly why. Like, this is the truth according to my eyes, right? My protagonist is going to experience something that a lot of people may have experienced. But the thing about it is, it says something about me. And I think that's why I'm hesitant to write the midpoint because what she's struggling with is something that I most likely still struggle with, which is like trusting other people, like with my feelings. This vlog is becoming so deep, guys. um, I think it is, I don't know. I think people struggle with being rejected, right? And trusting people with their hearts of like, here's a part of who I am, and I trust you with it. Now, are you going to accept me or not? And my character struggles with that, like severely. It doesn't help how she's brought up, being isolated, and then whatever happened to her in her past happened. And now the midpoint is her past coming to her present. And I think that's why I'm so hesitant is that this is something that reveals a part of who I am, like the truth of what I've seen and experienced. It's like showcasing that. And I also think that's why I'm so hesitant to share my work with the people I love because it says something about me. Ugh, being a writer, man. Even though we are writing the truth about how life as we witness it, it's the truth about our life as we witness it because it is every character and the stories that we write says something about us. And it is a very vulnerable thing. And I think that's why I'm having a hard time with this midpoint. It's because it's a vulnerable thing. Damn, dude. I think I wrote something similar on my Substack. It's my first post. Writing is like practicing psychology. It really truly is. And clearly, even though I've done the work, I still have work to do with my own stuff. It's a continuous work in progress. And I don't know. I don't know. It's just something that kind of came up and I wanted to share with you guys. I'm going to finish this chapter up and then I'm going to start writing. Not so much start writing. I'm going to figure out the puzzle, like how it fits everything. And I am going to write the midpoint the way I planned it. Vulnerability and all. And we're going to make it work. So that's what's happening. This was not the vlog that I intended it to be and want to be so revealing. Anyway, I think that's what helps is that I don't know how you guys are going to respond. And I think that's the beauty of vlogging this journey. So, anyway, we're going to move on. So, it is now almost 8:30 and I am fixing to stop here. I managed to mentally unblock myself and wrote a scene that I stopped at, or I got stuck at, I think it was Tuesday, because I had streamed with DW on Tuesday and I got stuck here at the end of the stream. I was like, I don't know what else to write because I have this blog and I didn't process it until this morning after distancing myself from like writing yesterday. And now I've unblocked myself. I wrote the scene and it feels more natural. The characters are doing their thing. And the next thing is to continue developing these relationships. And then the midpoint is her past, the protagonist's past coming up. So that'll be interesting. That is going to be interesting. And I have to figure out a way to bring this person to her present. And initially, I was going to do like a competition of some sort. I still might. Just kind of like fourth wing vibes. I mean, that is the comp here is fourth wing. And I do need to make that true. So I guess that's what we're going to do in the next few scenes. But I am stopping here. I'm just going to jot it down real quick and try to work it out by writing it down. So, yeah. Okay. So I'm just glad that I got to like show you guys this and just reveal what's been going on in my head. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Me working through it. I think I'm going to do another day of vlogging and then call it because I didn't really do much of anything. So I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Hey, good morning, guys. It is the next day, and as you guys saw, I was working on the draft this morning, and I did put a hat on because my hair is crazy, and so I'm trying to leave it alone and not straighten it so much. So, as you guys saw in this vlog, I was having like this mental block or like just this tangle of knots in my head regarding the midpoint as I was reaching it. And as you guys saw, I processed it. A lot of it has to deal with my own stuff and being okay with allowing other people to see that vulnerability or that little bit of truth in my life that I have experienced. And I think as writers, that is what our job is to showcase the truth, right? Through storytelling, like the truth of life. So now that I've worked through that, sort of, still trying to be okay with that. This morning, I actually was looking at my scene outline and thinking of how to lead up to the midpoint. And I realized that the timeline is much better a certain way. And so I'm going to change the order of things happening, and it's actually going to work out better because there are two things happening that could be a midpoint, but there's one that is more important for the protagonist when it comes to her character development and her stuff just coming front and center. So that's what we're doing, and I'm so thankful that you guys were here and that you guys got to be with me as I work through whatever it was that was going through me, like a mental block. I don't know what to call it, but we got through it. I gave myself some distance. I implemented what I talked about in this vlog right here. It's called Self-Care for Writers, and it helped a whole lot. A lot of it has to deal with doing something else creatively, distancing yourself, having boundaries, spending time with people that you love that inspire your story, and it worked. I'm still trying to figure out the logistics of the timeline, but I'm just glad I made headway. So thank you so much for watching. And if you made it this far, let me know down below. Give me like, I don't know, whatever emoji. No, what do people say? Give it a heart emoji because that's the only one that I could think of. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.